have that going in the background. But in the meantime, cigars. So look at this fine fellow. I went to a cigar shop the other day, and I saw 2 cigars encased in glass. And am I no longer streaming? Did the video go kaput? Blackout? Is it working? Like, alright, yeah, I'm just gonna assume that it's working until I start seeing a steady stream of, it's not working! And I'm back, apparently. Okay. Well, I am here to stay. Hopefully we don't go out again. This is strange because I actually don't see any sort of downtime. But anyway, so I smoked one the other day and it was really delicious. But I saved the big and special one for you guys because I want to make sure to show it off. Gavin! Hi, buddy! There's little Gavin. Hey, naked boy. Are you ready to have a little sister? Are you... He sees me in the camera and he's confused. Are you ready to have a baby sister? Are you totally not going to get jealous? He's totally not going to get jealous, ladies and gentlemen. You want to tell the fans anything? You want to say, hi, everybody? What? Say it again. Okay. Well, Daddy's going to go work now. You stay there and be cute. I love you. I love you. Please don't try and break in. Alright, he's trying to break in. Please don't try to break in. I don't have a lock on there and I don't need to chase you out. Alright, so Mama's going to go and round up the little boy. So that he doesn't break in here while I'm in the middle of smoking. But today we are smoking La Gloria Serie R. And it's a nice gauge. Look how thick that is. It's a thick cigar. And it's encapsulated in this nice glass vial. Now, the reason these are important is because oftentimes when I go into a cigar shop and I check out the humidor, it has mold on it. More often than not. Now, those of you who are familiar with smoking cigars, you're going to say, oh, Oxhorn, you don't know what you're talking about. That's called plume. Plume. But no, I do know what I'm talking about, and it's not plume. So there's a difference between mold and plume on a cigar. Now, when a cigar aficionado is talking about plume, he's talking about the natural tobacco oils that crystallize over time and sort of rise to the surface of the cigar leaf. And you can distinguish plume from mold because the plume has a slightly crystal look to it. It's shiny. Also, it tends to be steady throughout the entire cigar. You're not going to find just one section of the cigar that has plume on it. Instead, the whole cigar will have plume on it. And people think that plume is great, right? Cigar aficionados are going to highly prize the cigars that have plume on them because it's the sign of a well-aged cigar that's been taken care of, and it's probably been made very well. Mold, on the other hand, is going to be white or green or blue, and it's spotty all over the cigar. Now, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't harm the cigar. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to tell the world that I was streaming. Anyway, what'll happen... Send now. There we go. Alright, I got it sent. What'll happen is you'll go into a cigar shop, right, and you'll pull up a cigar, and you'll take it out, and you'll see that there's mold on it, and the guy will say, oh, no, that's not mold. That's plume. But 9 times out of 10, it's not plume, it's mold. And you can distinguish mold on a cigar from plume because the plume is going to have a shiny, sparkly consistency, and it's going to be all over the cigar, whereas mold is going to look fuzzy, and it's going to be in spots. Now, usually, the mold is harmless, and it's not going to hurt you. And when I have found mold on my cigars in the past, I have simply scraped it off. And I know that's a little gross, but it's not the end of the world. It's not going to hurt your cigar. However, if mold appears on the inside of your cigar, like on this side, then you've got a ruined cigar there, and you're gonna have to go to get another one. But I say all of that, and I educate just to say that if you've got it in glass, it's far less likely to mold, and yet it can still get plume. It's got a cork, right? How awesome is that? Sensana says, does this mean Ox might be giving out cigars tomorrow? Very likely. It is quite possible. Oh, isn't that great? And it corks right up and you can use the vial for other things. Now, before I light this cigar, I have to give major kudos to Cigar Ox. Cigar Ox, are you in the chat? I haven't seen you. But he sent me this letter, and I'll read it to you. And it says, Oxhorn, here are some cigars for you. I won't smoke these since the ring gauge is less than 60. I know, I'm picky. I'll send more when they come available. Smoke, smoke, smoke by Cigar Ox. P.S. And I'm not allowed to read you this part because it says spoiler alert and it's about Doctor Who. Apparently he's a fellow Doctor Who fan and he wanted to converse with me about the plot line. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not going to talk about it. But look at all of this. It's a handful of cigars. And these are not cheap cigars, my friend. These are nice. These are Grey Cliffs. Grey Cliffs are like, I mean, if cigars were a currency, these are the $20 bills of the cigar world, which is a lot, like, to me. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of cigars, and they're very nice cigars. They're Grey Cliffs. Thank you very much, Cigar Ox. I hope you're in the chat right now. But I did buy this one special for the show before I knew that you were going to send me those, and so I'm going to smoke this today. It's a La Gloria Cubana, for the glory of Cuba, it says. And then it says Serie R. And I guess that means that it's made out of Cuban seed tobacco. We shall see. Sensana says, when you get a child, is it customary to give nice cigars or cheapos? It's customary to give cheapos only if you yourself are a cheapo. It's almost always appropriate to give quality cigars. So my rule of thumb is, if I'm bringing my friends out for a nice drink, or if I'm having a child, of course, I'm going to be giving out like a $10 cigar. Those are nice cigars. You don't want the first cigars your friends smoke to be the low quality ones that are packed with tobacco dust. No. You want your friends' first cigar experience to be hand-rolled, full-leaf cigars that are beautiful so that they're not turned off on cigars for the foreseeable future. I've had that happen to me before. I had a roommate, and he knew I was a big cigar guy, and he asked to try one time, and so I said, all right. So I took him out, and I was cheap. I was feeling cheap that day, so I bought him some $2 cigars, and he got so sick. I've probably told this story to you guys before, but I have never seen somebody get more sick that quickly. He was feeling nauseous, and he had to lay outside on my cold cement patio at the time with his hands over his chest like a corpse. And he laid there for 30 minutes straight as it got dark and as it started to rain, just because he was so sick from the low quality cigar. But yeah, so I've learned my lesson, and I now give my friends really high quality cigars, which is what Cigar Ox did for me. And good to see you, Cigar Ox. I see that he's in the chat now. He bought me some really nice ones. So thank you very much. You were the hero of the show today. There we go. HT Star says to Oxhorn, what are your thoughts about the government saying that e-cigs are bad for your health now? It's an interesting move. I don't think that there's enough evidence to show that e-cigs are bad for your health. I mean, first of all, most e-cigarettes do have nicotine, and nicotine is addictive. Therefore, if you use e-cigarettes, you're getting addicted to something, and becoming addicted to something is never good. It's never a good thing to say, hey man, I now have an addiction. So on that hand, yeah, e-cigarettes are not safe. But they are infinitely better than cigarettes. And something I heard today was that anti-smoking movements are really upset about this because they think that it delegitimizes their stance on cigarettes. They feel that if the government is going to step in and say that e-cigarettes are just as bad as cigarettes, that it dilutes the argument that they have for not smoking cigarettes, because cigarettes really are actually bad for you. So a lot of conversations about that. I don't really use e-cigarettes and I don't smoke cigarettes, so that's kind of outside of my sphere of influence. But anyhow. Greg McLovin Hartung says, there should be a fan of the week segment when somebody says something witty or sends Oxhorn gifts. I agree. That's a great idea, especially when it comes to gifts. So today, Cigar Ox is the fan of the week. Tipping my cap to you, good fellow. William Moore says, hail, hail, good Sir Oxhorn. I trust your cigars have been box pressed and your Scotch has been aged for at least 10 years. Indeed, it has. Where's my Scotch? I think that's been 10 years. It's a single malt. Anyway. Yeah, it's all really good. It's delicious. Good to see you here, by the way. Dragon Exile says, e-cigarettes can explode when they are next to a nickel alloy-like compound. My goodness, I had no idea. Gentleman Badger asks, how does the cigar taste, Oxhorn? Tastes delicious, and I am pairing it with a rounder Belgian-style pale ale today. And it's not bad. Not bad. Ghoulbreath says, hey Oxhorn, why don't we have some sort of fan competition? It doesn't have to be a fancy prize, or a prize at all, but just some friends competing between fans. Like fan art or a smoke ship. That's a great idea. I would love that. I love that idea. We'll have to come up with some good ones. Alright, I am going to show off your fan art. So let me pull it up here on the screen. And everybody's having a discussion about whether or not nickel is made of nickel. So like if you can't have a nickel compound in your pocket because it causes it to explode, does that mean that having a nickel will cause it to explode? I don't know. Beyond my talents, I'll leave that up to better men to discover. Alright, fan art time. First up is this masterful piece by Pat Deghita. The only caption he gives it is, indeed. Because, of course, we've got a dinosaur with a mustache and a bowler hat sipping tea while a volcano erupts. And that's exactly how it happened. So thank you for that one, Pat. Dylan says, not related to Oxhorn, but I felt like sharing how amazingly detailed cakes can be. And here he shares an alliance cake and a horde cake. Look at that. Oh man, those look amazing. Thank you for that one. Those are up on our Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group if you're interested. Then there's this from Christina. She found some I Love Bacon duct tape. It's I Love Bacon duct tape. I would probably build a fort with this particular type of duct tape. So thank you for that one. Good find. And then there's this from Dylan. It's Ron Burgundy Scotch. Ron Burgundy, blended Scotch whiskey, Scotchy Scotch, Great Odin's Raven, a product of Scotland. I mean, that's clever. I have to say, I would probably try it. I would try it. Then there's this from Nathan, and he says, I don't know if I've ever posted a bearded pic here or not, but here's mine. Not as extravagant as Oxhorn's, maybe, but it does the job just fine. It's only, I think, 8 months worth of growth. Check that out. 8 months worth of growth. Congratulations, my friend. You are bearding on like a champion, and I tip my cap to you. Then there's this from Damon LaRue, and he says, I don't have anything to add to this one, guys. And it's basically just a mug made of bacon filled with beer or gravy. I can't really tell, but it looks delicious. I would devour this mug of bacon with my jaws. Then there's this, brothers and sisters, says Greg Hartung. The Horde unite! Cast your vote so that this glorious bike will be implemented into the game. Azeroth choppers, and he links to this, where they're talking about the 2 different choppers that this show made for the Horde and the Alliance. And I went through this gallery earlier, and they're pretty amazing. Here's the Alliance one. It's on tracks. It's on tank tracks, of all things. That's how pretty sick this is. But the Horde one is no slacker. I mean, look at it. It also is on tracks. So these are off-roading motorcycles, and this one, of course, has tusks on it. It's just a behemoth of design and ingenuity. Pretty amazing craftsmanship. So vote for the one you like best. I think they're both amazing. Imagine Justin decided to send us a video, so let's play it.
Feels alright with you since I cannot even find the other logo on the Scotch and Smoke Rings thing.
Okay, so just to answer your question, he says that he can't find the icon on Scotch and Smoke Rings where you go to record a message. I'll show you. It's right here. You see over on the right-hand side there? It's a little gray bar floating on the right-hand side, and it says send voicemail. And if you click on it, a box pops up in the middle of your screen, and it's got a button that says start recording. You just click that button, you speak into your microphone, and it leaves me a message. So feel free to do that next time if you want, but I will play your message on Facebook.
I want to ask you something. If you were a person for Blizzard Entertainment, what would you actually do? And what game would you actually reintroduce?
If I were a person from Blizzard Entertainment, what would I do and what game would I introduce? Well, if I worked for Blizzard, I would probably make my own game, and it would be called Oxcraft, the world of Oxcraft. And I'd probably work on the Hunter class, and all the creatures within the world would be walking strips of bacon. And when you went on a 10-man raid, you would have to take down the giant bacon boss that poops bacon and spits bacon gravy. And that is what you would have to defeat with your 10-man raid. And then, of course, there would be the bacon bunnies and the bacon squirrels that you could hit, and it would drop Peace Bloom bacon. And that would be my game. So I hope you've been inspired. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So thank you for that one, Imagine Justin. Now, I have a few of you on the line. Let me go ahead and pause the music. Here we go. Let's pause the music and listen to some of the calls. You're on the air, caller. What would you like to say?
For your 4th year anniversary of Scotch and Smoke Rings on episode 260, you should lead an army of Tauren in the PTR around Mulgore. Good day.
That's a great idea. And is my 4-year anniversary really coming up so fast? Haven't I already passed my 4-year anniversary? Hold on a minute. I started this show in 2009. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I'm coming up on either 5 or 6 years. I'm not sure. So we'll have to do the math and figure out exactly how many months equals, or how many weeks go into the months that equal the year. All right, so we've been doing this for 252 episodes. That's 252 weeks. How many years is that? I don't even know. Someone else can do the math. But yeah, we'll have to do something really special. So thank you for that one, Shoot. Next up is Dragon Exile. Dragon Exile, what is on your mind? Thank you for calling.
Oh, this bacon I have in front of me is so deliciously good. If only I had more. And then I would not share.
So apparently, that was a call from a flamboyant German dude eating bacon and German sausages. And he was gloating about the fact. He was saying how amazing his bacon and sausages were. And then he refused to share. So I guess that's just the kind of thing we can expect here at Scotch and Smoke Rings. That's all right. I'm not going to hold it against him. All right. Greg Hartung says episode 260 makes it the 5-year anniversary. All right, that's what I thought. I thought we'd been doing this for more than 4 years already. So 5 years. Can you believe that this show has been going on for 5 years of our lives? Wow. That's older than my child. Pretty awesome. So 5-year anniversary coming up in, what, about 8 weeks? So 2 months. That's going to go by real quick, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to think of something fun and amazing to do.
The new Oldsmobile is not merely an improved model of last year's car. It's completely re-engineered.
Black Shawarma says, plus a few were missing. Well, I tried to make it so that if I wasn't there for a week, I recorded something and put that online. So the numbers are correct. We really have, it really has been 252 weeks. Because I have 252 episodes of at least something. Now, I might not have actually done a whole episode, but anyway.
Is held to $845, the same low price as last year. And the all-feature 6 is right down in the low price field, much less than last year. Only
not bad, ladies and gentlemen, not bad. The cigar is living up to expectations.
Only $640.
Cigar Ox says, I got them from the Thompson Cigar Club. Thank you, good sir. I've been meaning to join that club. I really should join it, but I haven't had a chance yet. William Moore says, Imagine a world ruled by beards, a world that holds bacon above all else, a world of Oxcraft. I would play that game. I would make that game, and then I would play that game. Do you think the author of Minecraft plays his own game daily? Probably not. But if I made World of Oxcraft, I would play it every day. Because bacon. You can't get better than that. Ironbark says, fun fact, I officially became a mod on August 12th, 2010. Why has it been that long? Wow, so nearly 4 years ago, Ironbark became our very first mod of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Congratulations to you, good sir. You have your own little anniversary coming up as well. Gulbrad says, would we all be characters in your game, Oxhorn? Absolutely. You would either be, like, city heroes or giant enemy bosses. Right. So we could have Shawarma be the giant shawarma boss, and he would be a giant shawarma, like the food. And maybe it would be shawarma with bacon. I know that's probably some sort of kosher faux pas, but in this case, some shawarma with bacon would be the ruler of Blackwing Bacon Lair, and you would have to defeat him. And he would drop bacon epics and shawarma meals. I don't know, but that's what it would be, and it would be amazing. So. Dragon Exile says, the year is 1121. The 3 kingdoms of Scotch, Ring, Smoke, and Vanash have enjoined, I think that's 4, but the 3 kingdoms of Scotch, Ring, Smoke, and Vanash. Okay, I got you. have enjoyed their reign of peace for over 1,000 years. But under the nose of the great King Oxhorn, an enemy arises from the east. An enemy long thought dead, the hippie Tom. Under the veil of secrecy, the race kingdoms of night elves, pandas, and hippies amass an army that vastly outnumbers the king's own. Unaware of the neighboring kingdoms, treachery hippie neighbor Tom sends out a small armed force to scout the kingdom of Ring Smoke, ruled by the fair queen Nova Domina. In the cover of night, the elven scouting party sneaks into the keep, keeping to the shadows the elves seek. Okay, rhyme, thank you. Locate and draw a layout of the keep and its blind spot to make ready for a great war. Alright, you, good sir, are a blooming author. I encourage your efforts, my friend. Captain Maximov says, I would like to be the Grand Duke of Bacon and Whiskey. I think I can make that happen. You can be Duke Bacon Whiskey. And then William Moore says, I'd like to be the Marshal of Beardliness. Also, I can do that. You can walk around some of the starting level zone towns and then hit people with a giant sausage if they start to fight in the town. And you would have a giant beard, of course. Imagine Justin says, thank you, Oxford. I have found the send voicemail button. Thank you very much. Smoke rings and cheers to you, my classy friend. Cheers to you, my friend. Bottoms up. Greg McLovin Hartung says, Ox, the other day Blizzard bestowed the great privilege of inviting me to the Heroes of the Storm Alpha. If you play tonight, will you team up with me in pursuit of glory? Quite possibly. I don't think I'm playing Heroes of the Storm today, just because it lags my machine terribly, and it's hard to do the show as well. So, we will see. You guys are so funny. I Have Power says, may I please be the man in power? I think it's only suitable that the man named I Have Power has power. But fair warning, if you have power, it means that power can be taken, and perhaps the players of the universe would amass an army against you to try and strip you of that power. Dragon XL says, I appreciate the compliment. Reading The Tale of Cloran Hastings has inspired me to write a fan story on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook page as a fan-based story dedicated to you and your family. Aw, well thank you, Dragon XL. That's very sweet, and I look forward to reading it. I encourage everybody who decides to become a creative writer. It's not easy, but it is a lot of fun. Gentleman Badger says, power is corrupting. True. Unless you're me. And then you just become the best powerful person around. Absorb all the power that comes your way and wield it for good. Because, as we all know, the greatest good is whatever you think is good. So I put the camera on autofocus because I was so sick of the focus failing sometimes during the show. I don't know why, but I'll start and have it focused, and then it'll go out of focus. So it's set to autofocus. I hope it doesn't get too annoying, but if I were to do that and then move my hand, it just messes things up. You see it going in and out? Shoot the Bloodluster says, would you take hippie owner then and somehow use it for good? It's evil, but it is power. Hippie would I take hippies over? As in, would I become the master of all hippies? Absolutely. After all, garbage does need to be taken out. Right? That's just a matter of fact. Although I wouldn't let them recycle, because they'd probably enjoy that. So we'd have to make sure that they're dumping it into a landfill, so that with every step they take, their hearts are breaking. Wait a minute. Does that make me evil? No. Can't be. Not me, no. Musana says, if you don't start making WoW vids again, I'll send all the dark spirits of the world to curse you. No joke. Hue swag. Was that your magical spell there at the end? The hue swag? I was just wondering, because it sounded like a dark magical spell. I feel it crawling up my leg, and I'm starting to get the shiverlies. The shiverlies and the gibblies. Yeah. Gentleman Badger says, hipster neighbor Tom would submit to the might of Oxhorn's class someday. I told you power was corrupting. Yeah, probably. Tell me about it. Alright, I'm going to fire up Hearthstone here, and we'll see what we can do. No promises, though, because it tends to crash when I get too many people trying to play with me, but we'll see what happens. Musana says, Oxhorn is now confirmed cursed. He shall now become an in-real-life villain. Maybe I already am. Gnome Smasher says, hello, Ox and Zugzug. Ox and Zugzug say hello back. Cheers, my friend. Pleasure to have you in the chat.
It's good to see you again.
That dwarf is really happy to see me. I don't know if he's smacking his lips because he's about to eat me or what, but he sounds hungry. Alright, let me arrange my dashboard here just so that I can play. Alright, let's put that there. There we go. Can you all see my screen? There we are. Dragon Exile says, by the way, my sister bought me both Arrow 1 and the Tale of Cloran Hastings for my 21st birthday, and I'm already in the middle of Cloran Hastings. I can't wait to get to the finishing it. Well, thank you, Dragon Exile. Your sister obviously has excellent taste. It takes a brother or a sister to know what you really want. So, I hope you enjoy both books. Ah, come on. Stop it, lag. Oh my goodness, what on earth? Let's just see what happens. I'm going to just leave this alone. How is this happening? Oh my... And I'm out. Alright, let's try this. Try this again. Whoa. It's a lot of sound effects and loading screens going on here. Alright, finally, we made it. Imagine Justin.
We'll fight with honor. Victory or death.
Alright, let's see here. Ironbark says it's almost like a random button. You hit accept and you never know who you'll get. Exactly. I don't know who I'm going to fight until I actually get in here. And then I see the name in the upper left-hand corner. And today it's Majin Justin. Pleasure to meet you on the battlefield, Majin Justin. Let's see. Sure.
Do you need a blessing?
No.
Ready for action!
Alright. Hold on, I gotta read some of your comments. Cigarox says he once started as a simple Eagle Scout, but soon computer technology began to transform his life into Oxhorn. Soon he had fame, glory, cigars, and scotch. Then suddenly he met hippie neighbor Tom and his life turned upside down. Meet the man under the derby. This is Oxhorn, the story behind the penny whistle. I feel like that's an A&E special or something. That's pretty great.
Well played.
Musana says, Oxhorn reminds me of Hodor. We all just love Hodor, but big and cuddly and awesome. Sadly, not enough beard on Hodor. This is true. He does lack beard. Alright, is it my turn already? Well... Uh-oh. Varler says, I've got a really fun Miracle Rogue deck that I'd like to show Oxhorn, but he never actually accepts my requests. It's not about me accepting or rejecting your requests. It's just there are so many. So many. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like secrets.
Reporting for duty.
What is your secret?
Do I love her? Absolutely. Positively, absolutely, and how? Is she nifty? Positively.
Ah!
Absolutely. Positively. Is she a wow? Is she hard to get? I say no. And does she love to pet? Oh.
Let's see what happens.
Do I love her? Absolutely. Positively, absolutely, and how?
Scurvy dog.
Oh no, what is this? No, really? Ah, man, oh, lame. Alright, I'm doing alright. Varlo says, I know it's not because of you, Oxhorn. If it were up to you, I'm sure you'd choose me every time. And then Musana says, if it was up to him, he'd choose the one with the biggest beard. Maybe. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Oh my goodness, what happened here?
Your magic shall not save you.
Well, I suppose that was kind of a waste, but... Whatevs. Whatevs, we got this.
I hope you like my invention.
And just for the record, I did not say whatevs on the internet. Alright, let's see. You silenced my guy! Oh, that is rubbish. Rubbish and poppycock. Oh my goodness. You just got all sorts of tricks up your sleeve, don't you? Blood and plunder! Varler has a pretty epic story. He says, "Don't remind me, I'm unable to grow a beard due to my beard getting caught in a carnival machine when I was a wee lad. It tore it off, and ever since then it won't grow back." That's a pretty epic story, I have to admit. If there was ever an excuse to not have a beard, it should be because it got caught in a carnival machine and got torn off. And since then you can't grow it back. I wouldn't be ashamed of that, my friend. Embrace that. That's a great story. But if you still want to grow a beard, go to growabeardnow.com. Lots of great beard growing products for you.
Get behind me.
Job's done.
So check out that cigar. It's pretty great. And the ash stays for a long time. That is the hallmark of a good cigar. What was that you just did? 2 damage to all enemies?
Squire.
Ouch. You killed my taunt guy! Ah. Bollocks! Should I... Musana says, deep in his heart, Oxhorn imagines you with a beard. He has to. That's because I have beard vision.
Reporting for duty.
I imagine everybody with a beard. When I go to work, when I look at them, they all have beards. They probably don't, but I don't know. I live in a world of my own invention. And that is a world of beards. What just happened?
Every female claiming you took the very great and now post the diamond curve, all the rulers of the earth, for the ladies, lovers, go. Nice. If the girls are what you want to get, hurry. How much ripples, hey,
Uh-oh. Aww. Whoa, what was that? It went from 7 to 1. Ghoulbreath keeps... He's giving me these instructions in caps, and then he ends it with ugh. Did I not do it right?
They'll never know what.
Gentleman Badger says, what cigars are we smoking tonight? Tonight I am smoking a La Gloria Cubana. And apparently I'm getting pwned at Hearthstone. Ouch, ouch, ouch! Rubbish! Ugh. This is not right. Fine. There. Take your victory. Take your winnings. Go.
You shall not pass.
I need them not.
For duty. Well played.
Yes, I know I'm about to die. Thank you, Shiut. Bring it on. Just layer it on top, my friend. Cover me with my own failure. That's fine. I deserve it. Alright. Thank you, Imagine Justin. Thank you. Good game, my friend. Good game. King White Knight says, well, hello, Brandon. A tip of the cap to you. Blast it all. To the classiest gentleman on Twitch. Indeed, my friend. Cheers to you and bottoms up. How did this get canceled? I'm sorry, Varler. It's just a no-holds-barred. Ah! There we go. Oh! Oh, rubbish. Ah, bollocks and whatnot. This irks me. This irks me in the most classy way possible. Alright, let's try this again.
Busy night, but there's always room for another.
Thank you. Alright. Crossing my fingers. Here we go. Take 2. I can't back out. There we go.
The great music of the 1930s deserves to have an appreciative modern audience. You can help it find that audience. Why not email your friends? Let them know about
This is like a mini game. In order to play the full game, you have to beat the mini game, which is to actually get in the game. If you can win the mini game, then you have the privilege of playing the real game. Oh. Alright, so far so good. Hey! Did we get in one? Greg? Yes! Alright! Greg Harton, here we go.
Victory or death.
Musana says, Oxhorn, we're admitting our love to beards here, and you're not even reading it. I've never felt so beardiated in my life. Also, yes, beardiated is a thing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of trying to multitask. I have a couple things going on. You know, 2 chats and trying to win 2 different games. So, my apologies ahead of time. Goldbrand says, I watched you click back on my name. Ouch, feelings. Ouch. Look, I only did that because I didn't have the choose icon in the lower right-hand corner. And if that's not there, I can't enter the game. So, sorry about that. Good luck, Greg, says Imagine Justin. Hey, how about good luck, Oxhorn? I think I'm the one that needs the luck around here. Greg's the one who always pulls out every legendary and epic in his deck. I bet you anything I'm going to get like 5 King Crushes this game alone, because this is the guy with every legendary in the deck. At least he's not playing his hunter. He is at least branching out and playing other classes. Imagine Justice says, win Oxhorn. I said win Oxhorn. Alright. I've got some people rooting for me. It's almost like it's my show. Alright, let's do this thing. Earth Shock. That is shocking. Ah, here comes the Feral Spirit. Feral Spirit. Oh. Yes, 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 yes. Black Shawarma says, good night, one and all. Stay classy and behave in there. Why, thank you, Black Shawarma. Good to have you as always. Sorry if I'm slightly quiet because this is serious business. I will defeat Greg Harton. I will not be destroyed. Okay, alright, let's do this thing. Bring it on, my friend, bring it on.
Give me a quest.
Ooh! Ouch! Whenever you play a card, gain 1/1.
Well played.
Why, thank you. Alright, my friend, shuffle your deck. You're gonna need some extra luck. I'm feeling good tonight. Okay. Things are looking up. Musana says, fun fact number 1. Oxhorn doesn't sleep with a pillow. His beard is his pillow. This is true. Sensana84 says, fun fact number 2. In case of an emergency, Oxhorn's beard can be used as a flotation device. What was that? No! Evil! Ah! Ouch! Holy cannoli! What was that? What is that? Wind Fury, Charge, Divine Shield, and Taunt. You've got to be pulling my leg. Alright, well there you go. Just for you. William Moore says, classy fact number 3. Beards are the only surefire way to survive a beard attack. A bear attack. Gotcha. Freudian slip there. As well as a well-groomed beard strikes fear into the heart of all bears. I like how I have 2 cards, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is good at holding on to his cards. He does not let them slip. Come on, my friend, the ragtime music is playing. That means that you need to act. Rico Maple says, hello there, Oxhorn. Well, hello, Rico Maple. It is a pleasure to see you. Oh, you killed my tank. Come on, really? Come on. Come on, really? Come on. Part of this is that I'm getting a horrible hand. This is not right. Like, look at my hand. What have I got? A card I cannot play. 2 of these when I already have 1 of these. It's like... Thank you, Blizzard. Sensana says, fun fact number 4. Oxhorn's beard is the final raid boss in an MMO about razors. Well, technically, I think any fantasy MMO, all of the players have razors, right? You could cut a beard off with a sword, I'm sure. Musana says, fun fact number 5. Did you know that according to national tests, the average man with a beard are 3 times more healthier than the average man? Indeed, grow a beard now. Rubbish. Farler says, by the way, I just now got an email notification saying that Oxhorn was live. Lol, thanks, Twitch. Oh, man, if that's the case, I'm so sorry. Musana says, death is all around us. Greg is dangerous. Yes, he is. Although I will point out that despite his huge deck, I still have almost 30 health. Although he is making good headway on that. Alright, Greg, do your thing. Ghoulbreath is giving me advice, and yes, I will use that advice when it comes to it. Ouch. Ouch.
What now?
Your magic shall not save
Yeah, I just thought of a different strategy I could have used. See, Greg always does this before he summons King's... Ah! Time to pull a hard tongue. That's right. Mr. I'm always conceding. Alright, alright. Nicely played, good sir. Nicely played. Musana says, hey Oxhorn, this is Scotch and smoke rings. Blow some smoke rings. They're cool. Okay.
Victory or death!
There you go.
The pleasure is mine.
The pleasure is mine as well. Varler, good to play you finally. Alright, here we go. Have I won a single game yet? I don't even know. I think this is just an exercise in me allowing the fans to completely beat up on me. William Moore says, fun fact, Oxhorn's beard fibers don't match any known matter on the periodic table of elements. If it did, it would be one of those newfound heavy elements on the far right-hand side of the periodic table, because my beard has weight. Right?
Charge forward!
So, the way cigars work is as you finish them, they tend to get bad towards the end. Now, it's not that's not true in all cigars, but it is true in most of them. And that's starting to happen with this one. I have to admit, I'm feeling a little nauseated, nay. But we shall see exactly what happens. Captain Maximov says beardium. Yes, that is the element I hold on my chin. Beardium.
So many options.
Sensana says, fun fact number 9. Oxhorn's beard has been used to help insulate and shield the space shuttle upon re-entry. Was it made with beardium? Nicely done. Whoa! What just happened? What happened to my guy? What's this? Whenever a player casts a spell, put a copy into the other player's hand. What? Oh, wow. That's an interesting legendary you've got there, Varler. Let's see. So, don't cast any spells. Okay. He is fun, I have to admit, but I'm sorry, I did have to do this. I know. I'm such a party pooper. El Toro Guaco is out for the night. Pleasure to have you, El Toro Guaco. Sleep well. Sorry about that, my friend, but I did not need to start giving you all of my spells. Okay, so this guy is stealthed. Smart. Very smart.
The gates are open.
Oh, but it's only for one turn. Okay.
I can taste the mana. I can taste the mana.
Oh my goodness. What's going on here? Alright, Imagine Justin, this is for you. There, does that make you feel better? Whoa, what is with all these stealths? Goodness. Well played, my friend. Well played. Nicely done, good sir. Nicely done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the final one. Hate to jump out so early, but it is actually 8 o'clock. So, it's actually 8:15. What is on your mind? Time for Smoke Ship. We do this at the end of every episode, where I will blow into existence a smoke ship that did not exist before, based upon your creative energies. So, what would you like to see, ladies and gentlemen? Sensona says, fun fact number 10, Oxhorn's beard shields him from the wrath of Miracle Rogue. Fun fact number 11, Oxhorn's YouTube is always tilted due to the gravitational pull of his beard. Someone needs to be saving these and putting them on, like, what's that meme? The most interesting man in the world? Yeah. William Moore says, Oxhorn, Staghorn, and Mortus flying a Scotch-powered pecan pie flying saucer through downtown Seattle, chasing all the hippies while shooting them with bacon bazookas and deep-fried steak bombs to turn them into meat-eating classy gentlemen and women. Meanwhile, Associate Professor Evil uses his evil meat ray to turn all hummus and tofu into raw bacon, while simultaneously dropping Team Fortress 2 pyros into the streets to cook all of the raw bacon and burn down all hippie broccolis. What? Can there possibly be a better smoke ship than that? That is just the gold-winning medal winner of all smoke ships right there. I'm sorry, I have to call it, even though there are no other submissions. That, my friends, is epic smoke ship mastery at its finest. We've got charbroiled meat and broccoli dying with tofu evaporating into thin air. It's just, I tip my cap to you, good sir. Your creativity knows no bounds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for this week's smoke ship based upon William Moore's excellent narrative. Here we go. Pay close attention, for it will not be before your eyes for very long. Here we go. Captain Maximov says, Oxhorn sailing on a steamboat powered by whiskey while brandishing bacon swords to conquer the small island cultivated by hippie neighbor Tom. Oxhorn and his band of Vikings tackle Tom on his own island and shove bacon down his throat to help him choke it down with whiskey. He then transforms into a manly Viking. Because all it takes to transform a hippie into a manly Viking is bacon and whiskey, right? I mean, that's pure logic right there, ladies and gentlemen. Great one, Captain Maximov. I already promised William Moore, though, but nicely done. Here we go. Wow. Did you see it? It was there for only the briefest of minutes, but before your very eyes. Were Oxhorn, Staghorn, and Mortus flying a Scotch-powered pecan pie flying saucer through downtown Seattle, chasing all the hippies, while shooting them with bacon bazookas and deep-fried steak bombs to turn them into meat-eating classy gentlemen and gentlewomen. Meanwhile, Associate Professor Evil uses his evil meat ray to turn all hummus and tofu into raw bacon while simultaneously dropping Team Fortress 2 pyros onto the streets to cook all the raw bacon and burn down all hippie broccolis. I know, sometimes I even amaze myself. Hippie neighbor Tom is in the chat, and he says, coughs, meat, so terrible, I'm dying. Ah, it burns, too much class. Keels over. Well, I'm so sorry, hippie neighbor Tom, to have destroyed you in such a carnivorous way. But such is life. These are the days we live for, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 252. Just a few short episodes away from our 5th year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you fellows can come every week until then, and even into the far and great beyond. This is your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn signing off. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go, a few more smoke rings. I went a little fast. Let's try again. There we go. A few good ones. Well, thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, be sure, my friends, that you stay classy. Wait, Baldock says it's episode 253. Is it? I'll have to do some math after this, and I'll let you know. All right, cheers, ladies and gentlemen.